challenging the elements last time, and we saw what happened. G-Murder and Chris Cage rudely interrupted what was going on here. Fighting Spirit Wrestling bloody thrust them in the ring, left, and now all of a sudden they're going to have a shot at the titles. Mr. Steranko, explain that to me.
I'll explain this to you easily. As everything stops right now, as Superstar Whiplash makes his entrance. Now Zoltan, they don't have to climb the ladder. They got it like that. You understand? That is Superstar Whiplash, and that is G-Murder. When they demand a championship match, they get a championship match.
It's Mr. Chris Cage there. Mr. Whiplash and Chris Cage, the Zoltan. And they've been in Fighting Spirit Wrestling before. This is not a new thing. But now Mr. Whiplash, we saw him clearly with his eyes on Mr. Werner's belt last time. Now his eyes clearly on Mr. Whiplash is doing everything possible to get some hardware here, to have a strap put upon him after he leaves the ring here.
I knew that wasn't G-Murder. I was just testing you, Wesley.
Mr. Bolls has done his homework properly, as it were. Like my days in Oxford. But here come the champions, ladies and gentlemen, entering the ring. Pyro Pulse and Iceberg, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the champions, the tag team champions of Fighting Spirit Wrestling are entering the ring, showing the gold, the belts, the straps.
Unbelievable.
The titles.
Here we got two massively threatening individuals in the ring, and out come the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to fight them.
Quite strong words from Mr. Steranko about the elements. As Iceberg up into the corner, showing off the gold. Into the other corner, showing off the gold. Pyro Pulse in the center of the ring, showing off the gold that they want.
Yeah, they better savor it, because it might be the last couple of minutes they're holding on to those belts.
And absolutely.
The challengers, hailing from wherever they want, at a total combined weight of 800 pounds. They are the team of Superstar Whiplash and the absolute Chris Cage, the Zoltan!
Talk about a mismatch. Did you hear, Peterson? 800 pounds in that ring.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, they're bloody thrashing them before the bell's rung. A surprise attack against the champions, and Chris Cage bloody thrashing.
As you saw, Ryan got the hell out of there quickly.
The Pyro Pulse was bloody thrashed. Iceberg in the center of the ring. Here he is, having a go with Mr. Whiplash. Mr. Whiplash whipping against the rope there. And unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, the technical ability on display there. Mr. Steranko, what do you think of that maneuver?
I'll say this, Iceberg knows how to move around that ring like nobody else.
Absolutely, showing off the Lucha Libre style there.
Here comes Mr. Pyro Pulse.
And Mr. Pyro Pulse off the top rope, unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable, did you see that maneuver?
Unbelievable.
And Whiplash is stunned, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely stunned by the athletic ability put on display there. Absolutely unbelievable. And here are the fans, the wonderful fans of Fighting Spirit Wrestling.
That was just dangerous. Right there, Pulse put everybody in this building in danger.
It looks like Mr. Whiplash was attempting a suicide dive there after whipping himself up the side of the ropes there. What a bloody clothesline, bloody thrashed him. Absolutely mashed him with that clothesline there.
That's right. That clothesline.
And Mr. Steranko, it looks to me he could have pinned him, smoked a cigarette and had a beer right there, but he wants to inflict more pain, Mr. Whiplash does.
That's right, you got to put down more pain if you can.
Absolutely.
That's what happens when you grow up in the town and wherever the hell you want.
Absolutely, and Mr. Whiplash perfectly executing a suplex there, and Pyro Pulse in trouble here as they will work him in the corner. Here's the legal tag, two men in the ring, the legal man being Chris Cage.
Chris Cage, first time in an FSW ring in quite some time.
And the illegal man in the ring, bloody knee to the face there. These guys put the technical ability on display here.
Those are two big men moving around the ring just as good as the elements.
These guys,
half their
absolutely.
size.
And the elements have their work cut out for them, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to give it to them. They have been defending and reigning with their titles, doing a good job remaining champions here, but not an easy task. An unbelievable Mr. Cage, bloody thrashing Pyro Pulse there. A 2 count, near full.
The elements are going to wish Cage never came back. Where did Peterson go? Did Ryan run all the way home once the action started?
Well, Mr. Peterson clearly flummoxed, as it were, the second he saw that sneak attack, some Pearl Harbor type action there.
Now Zoltan is wearing the shirts that say "Fear the Goats," the greatest of all time.
That's the acronym for the goat there, the greatest of all time. And Whiplash and Chris Cage used to be known, now known as the Zoltan, as it were. Iceberg outside the ring. They need to make a tag because Pyro Pulse clearly in trouble, being worked in the corner, and Chris Cage, quite a tough customer there with a massive chop there.
Look at Iceberg melting slowly as he waits and watches his partner get taken apart.
He's coming back. He's having a go here. Pyro Pulse there, up against the rope, with a bloody thrash on him. Perfectly executed suplex. Chris Cage is all business, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give it to the elements. They're trying, but it's not working.
Clearly one-sided, Mr. Steranko, as they're having their way here. Absolutely having their way with the champions. There's no doubt about it. And you see the knees to the chest there. And again, suplex.
You know, the last time I went out with Whiplash, I can't even remember what happened. I don't even want to remember what's going to happen after he wins the gold tonight with his partner, Chris Cage.
Mr. Whiplash, maybe more focused than anyone I've seen in Fighting Spirit Wrestling about getting a title. He's absolutely obsessed. Perhaps not as obsessed as Mr. Talon as being a Triple Crown winner here. There it is again.
We'll see about that.
Iceberg waiting outside the ring, but now the tables have turned a bit. And Pyro Pulse trying to turn the tables of this match, but clearly still in trouble by the bloody thrashing he was given in the corner by the Zoltan, and it looks like that bloody thrashing will continue as Chris Cage, the legal man in the ring, just blasting him in the back there.
This is amazing tag team work from Zoltan. They've cut the ring completely in half.
Absolutely, you've got to give it to the Zoltan. These guys really know how to put it together. They know how to work as a team, and they're absolutely devastating here.
They just cut Pyro Pulse in half as well.
Pyro Pulse there. Only a 2 count as Ozzy will have to break that up as he has his foot on the rope there before his hand.
Look at Pulse squirming for those ropes, trying to escape for his life.
Mr. Pulse clearly in trouble there. Chris Cage with a bloody thrash to the chest there, and a left hand slap to the face there. And it's been all. It's really Mr. Steranko. It's been all Zoltan here. They're not letting them, like you alluded to, Mr. Steranko. They're cutting off the ring and then bloody chopping him in the corner and working on him. And it's
here's some desperation from Pulse.
Miss clothesline, miss elbow, reversal there. Pyro Pulse doing what he can here, but ladies and gentlemen, Iceberg must come into this match to make some kind of a difference.
Yeah, I gotta wonder if that's enough for him to get up and make that tag. I personally don't think so. He's been in that ring for a good 10 minutes.
And there's the tag. The tag's been made, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Iceberg. Almost locker room coming out, asserting the power here. And Chris Cage, not the legal man in the ring, but there's only 2 legal men in the ring here.
I got it, it's twist and turning him like a pretzel.
Absolutely, and we have pure bedlam in the ring here. The referee has lost control of this match here. We have 4 men in the ring, supposed to be a proper tag team, and especially at the title match, you must control those types of things, Mr. Ozzy. And a bloody kick to the head there, proper kick. And Chris Cage tossing him out to the ring now. Tossing Pyro Pulse out the ring now.
Toss him like a piece of lint on his shirt.
And now Mr. Iceberg, though he's going to have to contend with these 2 guys in the ring. having a go at both of them at one time.
You know, both these teams are taking turns working like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely, both of these teams absolutely. You know, it's not enough to have a good tag team opponent. You can be the best wrestler in the world if you don't have a proper team chemistry going on. You might as well not be doing anything.
Whiplash just used his legs there as a very, it's an offensive maneuver. Pretty innovative.
Whiplash, we've seen all types of tricks up his sleeve, as it were. Many clubs in his bag, as we say, on the fairway when we're playing golf there. Up and over there, not completely. Bloody elbow to the face there.
I can't believe Iceberg had the energy to toss Whiplash over the rope like that.
You see what's going on here.
Mike, I think Whiplash has ended Pyropulse's career.
And I did not get a complete view of that, but that looked bloody devastating on the side there.
What that was a pile driver on the very edge of the canvas there.
Unbelievable. You see the teamwork on display, Mr. Steranko. These guys know how to mix it up here. You see, they've already hurt. They've hurt Pyropulse. Pyropulse was hurt before that power driver, and now they're working on Iceberg, and things are not looking well, ladies and gentlemen, for the Elements.
My, it's only a matter of time now. Zoltan taking turns.
Unbelievable. Off the top rope.
Should I go there and throw in the towel for the Elements? Should I be merciful right now, Wesley?
And here's
it's over. It's unbelievable!
New champions! New champions here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling, the Zoltan!
What I tell you!
Unbelievable! I do not believe it, ladies and gentlemen!
Unreal!
We have new champions here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling. An unbelievable turn of events.
I think that's very believable. This team is unstoppable.
These guys are tough contenders there. We got new champions, ladies and gentlemen, Whiplash and Mr. Chris Cage taking the hardware away. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the Elite. Zoltan and Talon coming out there.
Doesn't matter, we already have new champions.
And I knew there would be some kind of a concern there. You know the history between the Elite and the Elements. Though they may be opponents in the ring, they are friendly, but there is no love lost between the Elite, Chris Cage and Whiplash here. The Zoltan clearly stealing the opportunity away at our last event, only this strong, and now Mr. Talon bloody furious, screaming as it were, and he has his hands on the belt there.
Hey, you know what? Being friendly with the Elements did not help the Elements at all. Being friendly doesn't keep titles around your waist.
I'll have to agree with you there, Mr. Steranko. We have new champions here. We have new champions.
A destructive victory for Zoltan. On their very first night back, they won the tag team championships. That is more than impressive.
And here's Mr. Stockpole, and I wonder what...
Speaking about impressive,
what's Mr. Stockpole going to say? Mr. Stockpole running things here, as it were, Fighting Spirit Wrestling, the COO. And the fans are thoroughly thrashing whatever he has to say there.
What they should do is shut their mouths and listen to Stackpole talk. He's the one in charge. Let him talk, people. Have some class.
Are you finished?
Go!
See, gentlemen, you two are still living in the past. You're still living in the Joel Maxwell world, where you can walk around and do whatever you want.
That's right.
Unfortunately for you two, there's a new sheriff in town. His name is DJ Stackpole.
I can't even hear Stackpole over these lunatic fans.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
He's got some balls.
All right. This is what I like.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is what I like.
AJ Specte, the greatest love story ever told as he comes into the ring with Mandy here. And we have quite a turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Stockwell coming into the ring, explaining what's going on, and the world is topsy-turvy, Mr. Steranko.
My opinion, the world is a lot more brighter now that AJ and Mrs. Mandy are out here.
Absolutely.
And I think tonight, my prediction is Mandy's going to be going home with the champion.
Well, Mr. Steranko, I could not disagree with you more. I think Talon is quite going to hold on to that title with all dear life. And it surprises me that this man is the #1 contender. Though he's only lost one match to Mr. Maximo. He'll tell you, AJ Specte will say that he's never been defeated, as it were. But we saw what happened last time, and Mr. Maximo made short work. Mr. Maximo made short work of AJ Specte, absolutely. And the fans here,
Unfortunately, I can't hear Stackpole over these fans. I think Stackpole just told Joe Attell to hit the hay. Get out of here, lunatic.
Joe Attell clearly upset there with the way things gone down tonight with the tag team championships.
Talon has to stand alone right now. Look at him. He just tried to hit a woman. Unbelievable. Now, I gotta say, AJ Specte, he is more than a rising star. He's a rising star on his way to be a supernova.
Absolutely. Mr. Specte, as we stated before, for the most part, undefeated as it were, except for the time that Mr. Maximo, last time at Only the Strong, made bloody short work of AJ Specte.
That wasn't a match, that was an assault.
I wouldn't have called it a match either way, because Mr. Maximo clearly with the advantage there. And the bell's rung here, ladies and gentlemen. Talon here to defend his championship title, the Primero belt against AJ Specte. And Mr. Specte, tonight, keep your eye on the prize. Don't worry about the crowd, because you've got a tough guy you're competing with in the ring here.
Here we go.
And they'll have a go in the center of the ring. Here's Talon, working him into the corner there.
Championship match. Hey, this ref has a lot of nerve telling them to take a break. They don't have to take a break. They're the sexiest couple in all professional wrestling.
Let me tell you something. Do not be distracted when you're in the ring with the gentleman like Talon, who'll bloody thrash you, as he just did here against AJ Specte, working on the arm. And Mandy, really just a distraction here, and that distraction can equally work against Mr. Specte as well.
I don't think she's a distraction. She's an inspiration to millions.
At this moment, Mr. Talon clearly outclassing AJ Specte.
Hey, Sue testing each other's strength out right now.
Absolutely.
Clean break.
Slap body
Almost.
shot there. Irish whip in there. And Talon trying to roll them up there. Is 1, 2. Near fall, ladies and gentlemen. Only a 2 count there.
I will say this. Specte has to be very careful. Talon is an extremely gifted wrestler. And the champion.
Absolutely. Talon, one of the most complete wrestlers. He has the size, he has the strength, he has the technical ability, he has the endurance, the resilience. That's the reason why he's been a champion here many times.
The pressure is on Specte to win the title. It is not on Talon. Talon is defending the title. Sure, he has some pressure, but nothing compared to AJ Specte.
Well, Mr. Talon had no idea, but here it is. Having a go here with AJ Specte, and Mandy, of course, distracting him again. A big slap there by Talon.
Crafty move by Talon.
AJ Specte in the corner. Talon bloody whipping him into the corner there, with a proper boot to the face there by AJ Specte. Unbelievable. And here we go up to the middle rope. And other plans as Talon right now.
AJ Specte can't seem to get the upper hand right now.
AJ Specte's in the ring here with the champion, not an easy guy to contend with. And AJ Specte looking at Mandy as if she can help him right now, and the only thing she could possibly do is distract Mr. Talon like she's trying to do now.
Hey, that's Talon's fault. He should keep his mind in the match.
Talon absolutely should keep his mind in the match there, but here's Mandy. What's she doing?
Yeah, there you go. He paid for it. That's what he gets for looking at AJ Specte's girl.
AJ Specte in the center of the ring here. Putting his boots on the face there, trying to bloody mash Talon's face. And Talon feeling that, ladies and gentlemen. Up to the face by Mandy. A dirty shot there by Mandy.
I'm sure she felt threatened.
Yeah, perhaps he violated her safe space, as it were.
I would say so.
But here's AJ Specte working on Talon in the center of the ring, dropping a massive elbow there. Quickly kicked out there with just a 1 count, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Talon didn't even want to stay in the mat for 2 counts. Getting out of that situation as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep that title.
Trying to work here the submission hold, but Talon possibly too strong for it. He tries to wriggle his way out of it with a body shot and a massive knee to the liver there, and a big another kick to the side of the ribs there by AJ Specte. He's bloody thrashing Talon at this point, and only a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen.
Needless to say, the tables have indeed changed right now.
At this point, AJ Specte clearly in control with the champion, running his neck there against the middle rope there. And here's Mandy. What will she do? She's always looking for something devious to do outside the ring.
Hey, you stop looking at Mandy so much.
Well, Mrs. Steranko, I'm not looking at her in that way. Mrs. Bolls would not approve. But I'm looking at Mr. Specte bloody thrashing Talon in the corner now.
Now those are the kicks of the next champion, my friend.
Unbelievable.
Maybe.
And now have another go in the center of the ring. Talon clearly too strong to be held down for too long, but the right hand to the face, and Talon on his back now, feeling it again.
There we go.
Another attempt at pinfall there, only a 2 count.
I gotta say, it's gonna take a lot more than that to keep Talon down.
Nope.
He's had that belt for quite some time. He's not gonna let go so easy.
And here's the heart of a champion, ladies and gentlemen. Talon, not an easy guy to contend with, as AJ Specte.
AJ just bit it.
He really did bite it, ladies and gentlemen. Things did not go his way. Plan B.
I'm sure
There was no plan B. It was Talon's boot to his face there, and a European uppercut to the face there, and a massive right hand there with the elbow.
Too much damage to his face. I'm sure that's making Mandy nervous.
Absolutely there. And Talon is working on him. And another kick.
That was a tooth and nail situation almost.
Here's Talon. Bloody thrashing him.
Talon is giving Specte the business right now.
Only a 2 count there. Talon looks like he's gained control of the match here, ladies and gentlemen. This title match between the Primero champion.
Poor Mandy's gonna have a heart attack out there.
And the AJ Specte. As they say, if you've seen their Instagram and Twitter, the greatest love story ever told, and they look like Talon attempting the Hawkeye there, but
that's the greatest super kick ever given.
And here's the roll up here, 1, 2.
Woo! We are centimeters away from the new champion.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And stop fussing with the ref there, AJ Specte. You got your man down. Try to finish the deal. Try to close the deal here.
Hey, excuse me, Wesley. You're not his manager. He can do what he wants.
I'm not his manager, and I hope he loses. But in all honesty, Talon is not a man to fool with. If you got him hurt, you've got to put him down. He's a hurt animal, and we all know a wounded animal is the most dangerous animal.
Yeah, you are right there.
Instead of giving kisses there to Miss Mandy.
Look at this. That was a very sticky situation right there for both men.
Absolutely, Talon bloody thrashing him with elbows in the face there. Starting to work on AJ Specte here, and AJ Specte's feeling that. Trying to hold the submission move, but it's not working as Talon works out of it. Both men tired in the center of the ring. AJ Specte now may have punched himself out, as we say in the old boxing business. Perhaps what do you think, Mr. Steranko?
What we're doing is we're watching a great combination of a great wrestling match and a fight. Look at Mandy up there. Show us the world. Yes. Well, works for Talon.
Talon's going off to Mandy, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Talon.
What's he doing?
Going off to Mandy here.
I would say he should probably keep his hands off a woman.
And I would say this is where he needs to pay attention on his opponent in the ring, because Mandy, quite devious, she can do all types of things. And she bloody...
That's a problem.
Oh my
That's
Lord,
a problem for Talon.
What's going on here? Here's a unbelievable! I don't believe it! Absolutely, I don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh my!
We have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen! We have a new champion! AJ Specte is the Primero champion of Fighting Spear Wrestling, and I do not believe it!
Believe it!
Talon,
because the Primero Championship just got a lot more sexier.
and Mandy clearly just as responsible there, and here he is, the new champion, AJ Specte, on the middle rope there.
Hold up high, my friend.
Showing off the gold, showing off the Primero Championship here at Fighting Spear Wrestling. I do not believe it, Mr. Steranko. I need a double of squats, as it were. This is not what I had in mind here tonight.
Are you going to cry? Are you going to cry, Wesley? What's Talon doing? What's he running